Hello and welcome to another Pulse tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to configure your milestones, so how to attach one of your email templates to those milestones. So you're going to click on the app launcher on the top left of the screen right here and type in email templates. I'm going to click on that item that appears there. You're going to find the email template that you are trying to include in that milestone. And once you have it opened, you're going to see between these two forward slashes in the URL right here, there's going to be the email ID. So we just want to copy everything that's between those two forward slashes there. And then we're going to navigate to Setup. So on the top right of our screen, we're going to click this cogwheel and then hit Setup. And in the quick find box on the left side of the screen, we are going to type in custom meta. We're going to click on custom metadata types. Double click on that. And then you're going to see a custom metadata type for milestones. We're going to hit manage records on that right there. And then we're going to create a new custom metadata record for our milestones here. And then in the label and the milestone name, we're going to make sure that that corresponds to the stage that we are trying to send that milestone out for. So for this one, we're going to create a milestone for disclosures sent. When we hit tab, the milestone name will auto-populate there. And then in the email template ID section right here, this is where we're going to paste our email template ID that we copied in the previous step. As for the order, so the way we like to do this and the way we recommend you do this, if this is the first milestone that you're creating, we're going to start this off with, instead of a 1, a 10. If this were the second milestone you were creating, instead of a 2, we would put a 20 in there. And if it was the third, it would be a 30, and so on and so forth. The reasoning for that being, if you ever wanted to include any additional milestones in the future in between two that you already have existing. So if you had your first and second milestone that were order 10 and order 20, you could create one with order 15 and it would appear in between those and go out in that order. So for this one, it's going to be the first milestone we're creating. And for the stage name right here, we also want to make sure that that corresponds with the stage name that we are sending this milestone out for. So just to show you what I mean there, we have this loan file here, and we are trying to send out a milestone once this file reaches disclosure sent. So we just want to make sure that this is typed exactly the same as it is typed in our stages right here. So we have disclosure sent. So we're going to make sure that when we navigate back to this tab, that it is typed out exactly the same with no typos or errors or anything like that. And then we're going to hit save. Now the next thing we're going to do here for this milestone event right here, we have another ID that we need to copy from the URL. So these are always going to start with 2F, but we want to copy everything after that 2F. So from the M to the remainder of the URL. So you're always going to start with that M and then copy the rest of the URL there at the top. So we're going to hit copy, and then we are still in setup here. So on the left side of our screen, in the quick find box, we're going to type in flows. And then we're going to click on flows under process automation. So just double click on that. Now there should be in your org a existing template for milestones. So if you control F and type in milestone event there, and then just find this milestone event for folder received flow. So this is a template that we include in every org there. So you can click on this right here, and this will open up the flow editor. So once this opens up here, there's a couple different things that we need to do. So in the trigger, so this is this blue box that's already highlighted here when we open it up, we're going to double click on that. And then on the right side of the screen here, we're going to see where this says stage name is changed equals true, or stage name is changed is true. And then the second one, stage name equals folder received. So that's the default for the template here. We want to make this for, or this milestone that we're creating is for when the stage name is disclosure sent. So when you start typing that out, this should auto-populate here. We have our disclosure sent stage. You can just click on that right there, and then you're good to go for the trigger here. So that's all you have to change. It's just in this second value right here, stage name equals, and then whatever stage you are trying to create this milestone for. Just start typing that out, and then it should appear on the list. Click it, and you're good to go. So now we're going to double click into this create milestone event for folder received node right here. And then in the first field right here, we see this IMBIS milestone identifier C, and then we're just going to change this value right next to it to the ID that we copied in the previous step for the milestone. So now that we've done that, we should be good to go. And then if we go to the top right of the screen and we hit Save As, we're just going to label this the same naming convention that already exists for the template. So we're going to make this milestone event for disclosure sent. And again, if you were doing this for any other stage or data point or anything like that, you would name that correspondingly, and then just hit save right there. And then if you want this to start actually working so that it gets sent out when this milestone or when the file reaches this stage, just make sure that you activate it before you navigate out of this screen here. So on the top right of the screen, you're going to hit activate, and then you should get a message that your flow is activated. That's pretty much all you need to do there. And then if we go back here, and then we're looking at all of our flows. If you have this organized by last modified date, you should see that flow that you created at the top right here. So that's pretty much all you got to do to set up your milestones for them to be sent out when a file reaches a certain stage. So that should be all good to go now. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great day.